Straight ahead on 12 News, Crystal police crack a burglary case thanks to a bottle of beer. We'll explain. Plus, a Plymouth playground that could see improvements thanks to a New Hope company and a Plymouth mom's determination. And an end of an era for a man who not only loved movies, he made a living out of them. 12 News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. We begin with the city of Crystal preparing to roll out its police body camera program.
Before that happens, the police department wants the public to weigh in on the issue.
So this is the camera we're demoing. It works in conjunction with our squad video.
Crystal police say the high-definition cameras will allow them to do their jobs better. They also say the devices will help them gather evidence more quickly, and the cameras can be used to check allegations of misconduct.
And this is a tool. This is not the silver bullet, so to speak, to solve all of our nation's issues or anything like that, but it definitely goes a lot further to enhance the public trust when you have a video recording of an incident.
The meeting on body cameras will be held on October 10th at the Neighborhood Outreach Center.
A Brooklyn Park man appeared in court today accused of beating a 7-month-old baby to death last March. Chris McMorris is charged with degree murder. According to the criminal complaint, injuries to the infant began appearing when his girlfriend received the results of a paternity test that showed McMorris was not the child's biological father. The infant death charges was the second case filed in Hennepin County in 1 week in which a father was accused of killing a baby.
A sip of beer has led to a first-degree burglary charge against a Crystal man. Othello Cooper is accused of breaking into a Crystal home earlier this summer. Police say Cooper gained entry using a garage door opener from a parked car in the driveway and through an unlocked service door. A backpack and purse were taken from inside the house. The homeowners who were at home at the time also noticed a bottle of beer in the recycling that hadn't been there before. A DNA test led police to Cooper. There have also been several other break-ins reported in Crystal using garage door openers found in vehicles that were parked in driveways. Maple Grove, Plymouth, and New Hope also report similar crimes. A Plymouth mom is honoring the memory of her son by teaming up with a New Hope playground designer.
After plenty of hard work, her dream is now close to becoming reality. And we get more from Eric Nelson.
This park that we're creating at Zakkary Park is truly one of a kind, unlike anything else that's ever been done in Minnesota or across the country.
Todd Lehman has a vision. He's designing a mega playground in Plymouth to honor Zakkary Johnson, who passed away in 2011 at the age of 15. Lehman and Zach's mom, Jerry, are hoping the vision becomes reality in the summer of 2017.
Yeah, quite a big mission.
But the scope of the project is huge, and money still needs to be raised.
We have about $670,000, and we're shooting for $2.2 million. So we have a ways to go, but we're working on some more grants and things like that.
The facility will be built at the Zakkary Playfields, where an existing play area will be replaced. The current playground here is still in very good shape, but the problem is, if you're in a wheelchair, you can't get on it.
We would take Zach to the park and you would go up one ramp and then that would be it.
Zach was confined to a wheelchair because of cerebral palsy and had limited options on a playground.
This has the opportunity for children that might be wheelchair bound to get to heights of 7 feet.
The new playground will also have a unique theme.
Zach loved the water, and so we decided to go with this ocean theme.
We actually created it so it's an under the sea theme. So as you go lower in elevation, you start to go underwater.
The play area will start with green grass, then segue into a beach, before morphing into a mini ocean.
The deeper you go, the darker the water gets. You find things like a sunken ship.
The playground won't be the only new addition. The Miracle League ball field will also be built right across this path, and it will be accessible to everyone, including parents and others with disabilities.
It's a specially designed baseball field, designed to allow children of all abilities to be able to play our nation's favorite pastime, baseball.
In Plymouth, I'm Eric Nelson, Channel 12 News.
The Zakkary Johnson Memorial Fund is an all-volunteer organization. The City of Plymouth, the Plymouth Community Foundation, and Create Play are all involved in the project.
Here's a heads up for drivers if you use County Road 81 to get to Interstate 94. Ramps on both sides of I-94 will close for one day as a contractor works to move traffic onto the southbound lanes of 81 during a major reconstruction project. Work will also be done to install a new water main across 81. Ramps on the south side of 94 will close on Tuesday. Ramps on the north side will close Wednesday. They should reopen in time for bus traffic to the State Fair on Thursday. The County Road 81 reconstruction project stretches from 63rd Avenue in Brooklyn Park to West Broadway. It will add more traffic lanes and improve access to side streets and frontage roads.
New basketball nets have gone up in a Brooklyn Park neighborhood thanks to a local resident. Earlier this month, we ran a story about Brooklyn Park police officers playing basketball with local youth in the Sunrise Estates neighborhood on National Night Out. Well, someone who saw the story noticed the nets were not exactly in the best shape, so she went out and purchased 3 nets and then dropped them off at the police department. As you can see, the next day, police officers went out and installed them themselves. Coming up, a movie theater owner who now sees movies in a new light.
And then in sports, find out what the Park Center football team has in store after a very good season last fall.
But first, a forecast that's warming back up. Temperatures reach the upper 80s on Tuesday. A Maple Grove business is among the fastest growing private companies in the U.S. That's according to an annual list compiled by Inc. magazine. The report lists Inspire Medical Systems of Maple Grove as the only Minnesota company to crack the top 100. Inspire develops medical equipment for sleep disorders. 2 other local businesses were in the top 500. Maple Grove-based Channel Partners Capital, which provides loans to small and mid-sized businesses, and Golden Valley-based Morning Sun Financial Services, which focuses on seniors and people with disabilities. Well, the credits are rolling on a long-time family-owned movie theater business in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro.
Muller Family Theaters includes multi-screen complexes in Plymouth and in Rogers, as well as 6 other theaters around the Twin Cities. In this week's Business Matters, as the Muller Family Theaters are sold, the company president looks back at the business of owning theaters over the past 40 years.
We have 3 monster screens, one in Lakeville, Monticello, and Rogers. This auditorium seats about 570 people, and the screen is 35 foot tall by 80 foot wide, and we have 36 speakers in here.
The monster screen, one of the state's largest at the 10-year-old Rogers 18 Theater, is still a point of pride for Mike Muller.
When you have a Star Wars picture or one of the blockbusters, gives a very good presentation.
Since purchasing his first movie theater in 1978 in Monticello, Mike Muller and his brother Bob have enjoyed watching different generations of moviegoers visit their Muller family theaters. The business grew to 8 different theater complexes over the years, including the biggest ones in Rogers and a 21-screen theater in Lakeville. For movie fans, Muller Family Theaters was a place to enjoy the latest in cinema trends, from theaters with Dolby Digital surround sound and stadium seating to concessions that went well beyond popcorn and soda.
We were leaders in the changes in Minnesota. We were the first ones to put pop cup holders in our theaters. We were the first ones to have Dolby Digital sound. We were, within 3 weeks, the first ones to put in stadium seating. We were the first ones to convert all of our theaters to stadium seating.
But at the end of July, at age 76, Mike Muller sold his family theaters to a Detroit firm. Muller told us, as the latest theater trends moved to premium bars and lazy boy recliner seating, he and his brother could see the writing on the wall.
People wanted these chairs. Estimate cost was $2.5 million on 21 screens. And first question out of my brother's mouth was, how many bags of popcorn do we got to sell? And then, how old are you? When will that return come? So, yeah, it's just, you know, it was time.
So it's the end of an era for Muller Family Theaters. Under new ownership, the theater's name will likely change later this fall as a new generation of movie theater trends take hold.
They want to be entertained.
And for this former movie theater owner, who has seen thousands of movies in his lifetime, he's still excited about an upcoming release.
I love Westerns. There will be one coming this fall that I'm looking forward to Magnificent Seven.
The Westerns. Around 400 people were employed by Muller Family Theaters, and those jobs will be retained under the new theater ownership. Coming up, memories revived at a Plymouth senior facility thanks to some four-legged friends.
But first, the volleyball team at Heritage Christian Academy takes aim at another strong season. Jay Wilcox has that and more next in sports.
Local high school volleyball teams are busy tuning up for the season. One of the smaller schools in the area is hoping to build on a strong run last fall. They accomplished a big goal last fall. The Heritage Christian Academy Eagles were not only the first volleyball team from their school to go to state, but the first team, period.
It was incredible. It was the first time ever any team has ever made it to the state tournament, and now especially coming back, that's definitely one of our goals, to return and to make it there again. And so we all have that mindset and we all are thinking about it.
That was priceless, that experience to get to the state tournament this last year, and a number of our seniors who have been there, they're just really driven to get back there, so now that they've tasted it.
While they lost a few players to graduation, much of the state team is back, and they're looking good to start this campaign.
I was trying to figure out our lineup still. You know, we have a big hole to fill with one of our outside hitters who graduated. But otherwise, yeah, we're looking really good and we're really excited for the season. So
obviously we lost 5 seniors last year, so we lost some, some good caliber of play and some good leadership from last year, but now we have 7 seniors, so we are now going to be a very experienced team as well. So looking forward to some really good things this year from this team.
Talented players like middle hitter Bella Leon, setter Maddie Torvey, and libero Sarah Suits provide leadership for the younger players. Returning to the state tournament is an obvious goal for the Eagles, and there's one other thing they'd like to accomplish, something that even last year's team did not do.
one of our goals is to hopefully maybe be the conference championship. It hasn't happened ever for the volleyball team, so we're really shooting for that.
They're gearing up for what should be a fun season at Heritage Christian Academy. The Eagles open the season at the Side Out Classic this Saturday. They play Kenyon Wanamingo at the Lindbergh Center at Hopkins High School. Well, the Park Center football team brings back some good athletes for 2016, but the Pirates will also have a few very big holes to fill. Here's Jason Malillo with today's training camp report.
Park Center head coach Paul Strong says this will be a crucial year for his program.
Just because a lot of people are not expecting us to do a lot, but the people in the community are. And if we don't go 500 or better, my opinion, I think this could probably put us back another 2 years.
The Pirates battled their way to the section final last season thanks to playmakers like Tyshonen Brooks and Amani Hooker. Hooker was probably the best player to ever suit up for PC, but Strong should have some athletes that are ready to step up.
I don't want these kids trying to think that I got to be like Monty, I got to do like, I have to do it like they did it, and because it's not fair to them. And so we've had some kids that, I'm excited about, and even our coaches are, just yesterday it's like, man, we got to go back from square one. And then at the end of the process, I said, man, we got some really good pieces.
It was a little bit challenging, but everybody gonna lose a star player, but some guys gonna just have to step up, including myself and other players on the team.
The offensive line should be solid with Marshawn Jones and Ryan Schnobrick anchoring the unit. Both will also play on the D-line.
Personally, because I'm a lineman, I think we're going to do good on the line, but I think everywhere we're pretty strong, and we got some good players all around.
At quarterback, Jamal Brown, Tanner Stein, and Nick Peterson are in competition for the starting job. Whoever wins the spot should have a couple of good targets in Michael Bailey and Blake Williams. And senior Malcolm Richards will be the top running back following a solid junior season.
We got some guys that we think can stretch the field. We got 2 good running backs, Malcolm. He displayed last year what he could do when he get in space. Our offensive line is going to probably be one of the best we've had since I've been here. We got big kids, quick kids can get out and run.
One game the Pirates definitely have circled on the calendar is Week 2 against Spring Lake Park. It was the Panthers that ended Park Center's 2015 season in a hard-fought game. Jason Melillo, 12 Sports.
The Pirates were an impressive 8-3 last season. Paul Strong is 13-8 as Pirates head coach, entering his third season. 5 starters are back on offense and 6 on D, and the Pirates open against Bloomington Kennedy September 2nd. So they're trying to match what they did a year ago. It'll be tough, but we'll see.
Yeah, always interesting to see those previews. Thanks a lot, Jay.
You're welcome.
Still ahead, how man's best friend is helping to jog memories in Plymouth.
And we'll be right back.
A senior living community in Plymouth received a special visit this past weekend.
As Delane Cleveland reports, volunteers from a local nonprofit brought along some furry companions.
Secondhand Hounds is bringing in their program Secondhand Hope with volunteers and their dogs to come in and visit with our residents in our memory care.
As the old saying goes, dogs are man's best friend.
Hi, Violet.
For this group of volunteers, it's not just a clever phrase, but rather a way of life.
Animals are really amazing at sensing vulnerability. Sensing when a human is a little more fragile.
How are you?
For proof, look no further than the waters of Plymouth, a senior living community that received a visit from a few friendly dogs Saturday afternoon, courtesy of the nonprofit Secondhand Hounds.
Our goal is really simple. We just want everyone to be a little happier than they were when we came.
If there's one certainty in life, it's that nobody can escape Father Time and the inevitable memory loss that comes with aging.
Violet's a nice little dog.
Yet these animals have the ability to help the residents stir memories from their past.
We hear a lot of stories about the pets they had when they were kids growing up.
82-year-old Lois Hayward is one of the residents who reminisced about those happy memories.
I've always loved dogs. One thing I really miss is dogs. So it's a pleasure, and it makes me go back and want to write about my dogs.
Yet it's not just the seniors who benefit from this outreach program.
It cheers me up.
Volunteer Mary McCarthy owns Violet, a fan favorite here at the Waters.
She perks up the second we pull in. She knows where we are, and she knows she has some favorites that she runs to, and she just loves it.
It's a love that's shared by everyone involved. One moment out of one day where neither memory loss nor old age provide a barrier to joy.
They can share a moment and feel love, and that's really important.
In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
Volunteers bring their dogs to the waters of Plymouth 2 Saturdays a month, and if you are a dog owner who would like to participate in the Secondhand Hounds program, we have information on how you can get involved at 12.tv. Seems like a good idea for everyone.
I love that. Stir up some memories.
That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We will see you back here again tomorrow starting at 4 o'clock.